Saudi and welcome back to the Fight Principles podcast, where we look into martial arts applications for real life. And as I promised you last time around, when we talked about the art of war, this time we will talk about an actual real fighter who is still active to this day in the UFC. And some people wait for things to get better, others fight like hell to become better. And sometimes that fight doesn't look like glory. It looks like a man rebuilding quietly after defeat, choosing to walk through fire again. And that's exactly what today's episode is about. It's about Alexander the Great Volkanovski. It's not just a UFC champ. He's the living embodiment of what it means to reclaim your narrative through adversity. And after his last fight at UFC 314, think to this day, every gym around the world, but definitely every gym in Australia should have his quote, "Adversity is a privilege," on all their walls. It's not just a quote, it's a way of living, it's a blueprint, it's the Alex Volkanovski way. And if we start and look into it, what can we learn from Alex Volkanovski, right? He was never the loudest. He came into the UFC and he dismantled legends. He dismantled Jose Aldo, Max Holloway 3 times, Brian Ortega. It's all about precision, pressure, and patience. And he rode a 22-fight win streak, a quiet dominance. It was that kind that never trended on Twitter X. He's just been getting better, and we all just took it for granted. It all changed eventually when UFC, I think was it 294, came around, and he fought Islam Makhachev on short notice at first. And he stepped in on short notice, and not out of arrogance, not like, I got this, no problem, a weight class up, the greatest of, or the pound for pound best at the moment. So it was not out of arrogance. He knew the dangers, but it was necessary. He says he needs this fight. He needs something. And then he loses that fight. And everybody's like, hey, no problem. You almost had him. It was so good, so close. So they do a rematch. In the rematch, he gets head kick KO. Sudden, clean, final end. Yeah, the king fell. But what made it sting wasn't just a loss, it was the silence after. All the doubters that came out. So, okay, what do we do now? We rebuild, but we do it quickly. So he, again, takes another fight. Up-and-coming superstar Ilya Topuria, no losses, undefeated. Volk takes it on not super short notice, but relatively short notice after a head kick KO and gets knocked out. So what's next? What now? And in his interview after the Makhachev fight, he said, I need to stay busy. I felt lost without having a fight. My mental health is I'm struggling. I just need to do something. And the world started then asking, okay, after the Topuria knockout, is he done? Is he cracking? Is he too old? And so Alex Volkanovski disappeared for a little bit, rebuilt, refocused, recentered, came back at UFC 314, takes on another hot prospect who's on a winning streak like nobody else, feels the pressure. If he loses now, that's it. No more chance at a championship. He walks into the cage, and then he doesn't just win, he dominates. Composed, ruthless, always in control. Of course, he gets clipped. He gets clipped once. He gets hit a few more times, of course, because his opponent is fantastic. But even when he gets clipped, he's still in control. He makes adjustments, wins the fight. New champion, first ever over 35-year-old in a lighter weight class to become champion. Then he gets the mic, and what he says echoes through all of the martial arts gyms worldwide. Adversity is a privilege. And that's where we come in. 5 principles right here, right? Because man, what a saying. It's like Alex Volkanovski did this for us. So adversity is a privilege. What does that mean? It means adversity is fuel. It's a choice that he said that, right? And it's not about romanticizing pain. It's not. It's about seeing pain as a refiner, not as a divider. He didn't crumble after the loss. He reorganized. And that's such a powerful learning. When things break, rebuild around the break, not away from it. Yeah, then you will be stronger. Usually post-defeat, fighters, they spiral emotionally. They go crazy, like, this sucks, this was terrible, and then I blamed them, and then there's this referee and a judge. Volk went into his routine. Back to training, back to watching tape, back to craft. No huge emotional speech, no like, of course he said, I'll be back, but nothing crazy emotional, like, wait and see. Nothing, no crazy call-outs, no trash talk, just structure. Because the enemy of resilience isn't pain, it's chaos. So structure is what saves you when your confidence is gone. And that's very important. Also, takeaway for real life. Yeah, when you're shaken, when your confidence is gone, at work, in relationships, whatever that might be, structure, the foundations that you built before, is what will save you. So make sure you practice those structures. Another takeaway that I find doesn't get enough recognition when it comes to Alex Volkanovski. Identity is, in his case, it's a fluid weapon, if you will. He was 97 kilos playing rugby. It's like 200 pounds or something. And he transformed into like this 66 kilo, 145 pounds tactical striker. Yet that tells us identity isn't something you find, it's something that you forge. He chooses who he is again and again and again, based on his mission, not emotion. You could say, you be the weapon your current fight needs, not the one you used to be. People say, oh, he, they, them, she, whatever, changed. Good. Change is good. Life changes, circumstances change, so should you. Yeah, great takeaway from Alex's career. Change, adapt. Fluidity is your weapon. Also, it's weird to say, but there's also power in being underestimated. And I say it's weird to say because Volkanovski is a champ, has been a champ, but one that never relied on hype. Yeah, he thrives in shadows. Everybody else gets the hype. This is the next up-and-comer. This is the next superstar. They're all so cool. They're talking trash. Volkanovski is like, yeah, go ahead. Doubt me. Works, sharpens his blade, and when time comes, he shows you what he's made of. And the more you write him off, the more precise he becomes. So let people underestimate you. They don't give you credit? Good. They don't think you deserve something? Good. You show them. You practice, you get better, and then you take it. A great lesson from Volkanovski. He's not complaining about it. It's like, hey guys, give me more shine. No. He just gets better and better and better and knows the shine will come. But let's bring more of this to our actual real world, right? What can we really steal from Volk and apply? So what I said earlier, right? Rebuild through rhythm. Like after personal or professional failure, you don't chase big wins, chase consistency. Yeah, like Volk, wake up, train, review, breathe, and repeat. If you can do this, you can get better step by step by step. So you have to find your version of staying in the gym. Staying in the gym was Volk's version. What can you do to keep practicing, getting better and better and better and better? When you talk, you also have to walk. Volk opened up about his mental health, but he didn't stop at awareness. Awareness is great. Oh, look, yeah, great, it's great. But he also acted. Talking about your struggle isn't weakness. It's prep work, and that's good, and it's necessary. But don't stay there. Build on it. Journal, great. Speak, great. And then you move. Too many of us, unfortunately, but don't even journal or speak, but then stop there. If we do it, then we don't move. So move. One of the last things I think that we can also learn from Volk is redefine your losses. Did you lose or did you learn? Conor McGregor, either you win or you learn. Yeah. Did you get rejected or did you get redirected? Volkanovski turned the worst knockout of his life into a blueprint for reinvention. So it really comes down to, what story are you telling yourself about your last failure? What did you learn from it? How can you get better after it? Are you giving up? No, you're not. Of course not. So how can we use our last failure to find inspiration and to get better? We talked about Musashi before in the podcast, right? And in the Book of Five Rings, Musashi writes, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. And Volkanovski embodies this. No need for ego, no need for victimhood. Just one man walking through the storm because he knows he built the armor that he needs himself. So sometimes the real fight isn't with an opponent, it's with your own unraveling. And winning means not unraveling. So the final quote, of course, has to be, there's no other way around. The final quote has to be Volko's words. I need to see that at gyms. If your gym has it up, send me pictures, please, because adversity is a privilege. Only the unprepared hate pressure. The warrior trains for it. I get so excited. I want to train now. That's it for today's episode. Volkanovski didn't just defend the title or take the title back. He defended the idea that failure does not have to define you. So if you're in the middle of your own comeback season, keep going and let adversity sharpen your edge. This was 5 principles for this week. We don't just admire fighters. We learn how to fight for our own lives, smarter, stronger, deeper. And we'll be back here next week. Until then, stay safe, take care, subscribe, and we talk soon. Muay Thai. I think I'm Muay Thai. I think I'm Muay Thai.